No late night talk shows. No daytime talk shows, except for The View, which may or may not go off the air. Why? Because of the writer's strike. The writer's strike is happening right now. If you're not here in Hollywood, you're not here in New York. Well, you're not here. I'm not in New York. I don't know if you've heard about this, but there is a giant writer's strike going on. And that means that all the writers who write all your favorite TV shows, all your favorite late night shows, all your favorite movies are on strike. And we are currently in front of buildings all around town. So it might be a great chance for you to get out there and meet some of your favorite creators. I would say meet the creators at the networks that they work for, right? So if you love a show on Paramount Plus, chances are they're probably out in front of Paramount. If you love a show it's on like the WB or produced by WB, they're probably in front of the WB. I will tell you, it has been an amazing experience. I went and picketed today for a little bit over at Sunset Gower, saw a bunch of friends, but the big issue is, and let me pull this up here for a second. I got a bunch of stuff to show you, but I want to make sure I do it right. All right, let me see here. Hold on one second. Yeah, this is gonna be right. You always know there's a little bit of element to tech issues. Okay, that's always me. That's always going to be what's going to happen here. I'm going to share a screen. Got that? Got it. All right, watch this now. Watch this. Watch what I'm going to do. Okay, so put this in. Am I putting it in? I put it in. Let's do it. Boom. There it is. Hey, look, I'm like a news layout. All right, so late night talk shows canceled. We're still on the air. Why? Because this is not a guild show. There is no corporate overlord here. There's no money exchanging hands. We have no deal. So this can be a fluid show that we can actually do right now. We don't have to worry about, these big CEOs making a mint on the show, because no one's making a mint on the show. We do it for free. We do it for free because we love doing it for free. Rob Hubel, not here. I imagine he's striking. Rob, when he strikes, he does it in a very different way. He'll go into the top CEOs' bathrooms in their private homes or in their garages and hang out in the backseat of their car, and he will picket. Never get violent. He will just picket in their actual homes or in the back of their car, where they actually, can see each other a little bit better. All right, so let's talk about this writer's strike, because let's see. I'm going to see how this works. All right. It is a little bit like Weekend Update. All right, let's see. Let's see if this works. Boom. WGA on strike. Yes. Okay, hold on. I'm going to turn off my phone. I got a lot of things going on. Okay. Let's talk about what counts, what doesn't count with WGA on strike. Anything that is written by a writer who is in the WGA that is at a big corporation. Podcasts don't count unless those podcasts are under like the Writers Guild, I believe. I'm not actually positive on that, but there are so few there. I know that Hearst Media, they actually struck for the writers over there with the WGA. Was that right? WGA with that? Oh, gosh. Oh, boy. I don't even know. I can't give you all the details. All I can say is this. If you write for a TV show, if you write for a movie, your writers are on strike. And these corporate CEOs don't really care. They don't care at all. They believe that reality TV and wrestling will save the day. And we'll see. I think it's going to go on for a long time. But I think a lot of people ask me, like, what is it about? What is the writer's strike about? And I wanted to bring up this because I thought this is the most succinct way to describe what the writer's strike is about, especially for television writers. So look at this. Staff pay for 9 weeks is about $5,000. And that's about $45,000 gross. Most people who are staffed on shows have an agent or a manager, right? That's 20% of your commissions there. So that's about $9,000, right? Then you have to pay your dues to your union, which gives you your health care and things like that. That's about $675. And then you got your taxes, 20%. That's about another $9K. So you take home $26,000. That's the base level that most writers who are getting their start here in the industry, if they work for 9 weeks, which is about the order now because shows run on an 8 to 10 or 12 episode schedule, you're taking home $26,000. Okay. And it could be 6 months between gigs, it could be 12 months between gigs. It could be 60 months. You don't know. You don't know when your next gig is coming. You don't know if that show's going to get picked up. You're going to try to get out there again, but you don't know, right? So now you have $26,000. The average rent in LA is $2,800 a month, right? That's 9 months of rent. That's not counting food. That's not counting a car. That's not counting anything. And all that the writers are asking for, well, they're asking for a lot of things. Basically, to make being a writer a profession that you can actually make a living on, like that you could actually pay your rent and your car, and you don't have to be working every single day. But a lot of these big studios, they want to keep it like a gig economy. They want to have fewer people. And because they have such great success with people like Mike White, who wrote White Lotus by himself, they're like, well, can't every writer do that? Can't every writer write their shows by themselves? Why do we need a writer's room? And we're not going to guarantee a writer's room. And why don't we have mini rooms? And they basically are cutting down the amount of time that writers can be in the room. And truly, all the best shows I've ever worked on have had robust writer rooms because you need different voices in there. Yes, there are the geniuses that are Phoebe Waller-Bridge and also, there's so many. Aaron Sorkin, right? But he's got writers too. He's got writers like Mike White, Phoebe Waller-Bridge. These people, there's a handful, 3, 5, 6, whatever. But the rest of the shows that you see written are written by a team of people. And that's a good thing. That keeps shows having a perspective, that keeps different voices in the mix, that opens the doors to new voices, because oftentimes writers start someplace and then they get their own show. So I think this is actually really important. And this is not written by me. This is written by Adip Desai. And I found this on Right and Wrong 2023. It's just a website collecting a bunch of, or Instagram collecting a bunch of different Writers Guild facts. But this, to me, if you need to describe what's going on, or you don't understand why we're striking, you don't understand what's at stake, this is what is at stake. Then there's other things that are at stake. Mainly, a lot of people are concerned about the future, right? Back in the day before this strike happened in 2007, there was this energy about the internet. And these corporations, these giant corporations said, well, we don't plan on doing anything on the internet. And now cut to, over 10 years later, and everything is streaming, right? So there are some provisions that we've put in this contract where, hey, we want to make sure that you can't just have like an AI script. And if you have an AI script, you have to then at least give a writer credit, because what the writers are thinking is they could make an AI chatbot, which I think is highly unlikely, but they could make an AI chatbot write a first draft of a script, call that draft the studio's intellectual property, then hire a writer to rewrite that draft, and then they would never have to pay the writer for coming up with the idea, right? So if you create Stranger Things, you get in on all that merchandising. You get in on, your career is built on that. You are a creator. It's when you think about the greatest shows of all time, they're creators, right? So they're trying to, or at least there's a thought that if that happens down the road, if there's like a Nora Ephron AI chatbot, that the studio can't just own that without giving it credit to a writer. They wouldn't even engage on that. They're like, no, we're not even talking about that. And this is the kind of fear that's going around. There's one other thing they talked about, which I thought was really funny, which was a lot of writers are forced to do unpaid labor, right? So if you write a script, you get paid half when you start writing it, and then half when you hand it in. And then if you have to do other steps, there's other payments. But over the last 10 years, we've all been victim to this. People say, hey, can you do another pass on that? Can you, what, actually just a producer pass? Can you actually do one more thing? Can you do one more thing? Can you do one more thing? And sometimes you're writing 5 or 6 drafts. You're not getting paid for those drafts, but you also aren't really given a choice. And if you don't do it, your project won't go forward. And so we were asking for more visibility, more, look, let's stick to that. If we are getting paid, we get paid. There's no work for free anymore. And they wouldn't engage on that. They didn't want to engage on that. They said, what we'll do is we'll just have a meeting with producers and tell them, hey, it's kind of bad to ask writers to do free work. That's what they were going to offer, a meeting. So that's kind of it in a nutshell. There's a lot more nuance to it, but I want to talk about some of the fun stuff about writer strikes. Now, here's the thing. When the writers go on strike, what you're going to get is great signs. And I'm already seeing so many great signs out there. We're asking less than one Fox News settlement, which is true. We got this over here. We got this one, which I love. And you may not be able to see it super clearly. Let me see if I can pop that into a bigger frame here. There it goes. Yeah. All right. So that is basically the Nicole Kidman AMC ad. It says, we come to this place for better wages because we need that for all of us. I love that someone is getting that Nicole Kidman ad out. Did you see that at CinemaCon this week? There was literally an announcement about the new Nicole Kidman movie ad. Like, people are waiting. People are more excited about this new Nicole Kidman movie ad than they are for like the next phase of the MCU. What else we have here? We got this. Okay. Oh, I want to talk about this. I'll talk about this. So, if there's any doubt that the studios don't really care, that the studios are content with paying writers next to nothing, and that they are not afraid of the writers being on strike, I will show you one image, and that image is simply this. This is the head of Max, the newly titled Max, HBO, formerly David Zaslav, who just was front row at a Knick game last night. Every writer just went on strike at his company. Where did he go? To a Knick game. Flies cross country to go to a Knick game. Now, as a New Yorker, I would have loved to have been there. I'm a Knick fan. But also, I'm a Clipper fan now. But it just goes to show you, like, can't be that serious about this strike if you decide to, like, just jet set cross country to go catch a Knicks game. But also, if you're jet setting across country to get courtside seats to a Knicks game, chances are you can probably share that wealth a little bit to the people below the line. Okay. Yes, I saw some other signs like we'll spoil the end of Succession as one of the signs out there. And, if you need reminders of why the last strike was bad, I'll just point you to season 2 of Friday Night Lights, where Tara and and that kid, forget that kid's name, but he's been in a bunch of great stuff. Jesse Plemons kill somebody. Yeah, they killed somebody on Friday Night Lights. The Apprentice came back, rose in the ratings. There were so many. It wasn't the rise of reality shows. Reality shows have been there. They just made a bunch of crappy ones like The World's Best Choir. And also the reason why the second Daniel Craig James Bond movie kind of sucks, it's not terrible, but it kind of sucks, is because of the writer's strike. They weren't allowed to rewrite that script. And that caused a lot of problems on set because only the director and Daniel Craig could like tweak lines, and they were kind of doing that while shooting the film. That's why the action scenes are phenomenal, but the plot makes no sense, and it's kind of a letdown after how amazing Casino Royale is. Because, again, I'm going to get my high horse for one more second here. What has happened is the strike began at midnight on Monday, right? Technically Tuesday. And everybody has been forced to hand in their scripts before that midnight deadline because the studios want a bunch of stuff there, but they can't rewrite that stuff. They can't ask you to rewrite that stuff because you're on strike. So they're going to try to put a lot of stuff into production that needs a little bit of work. And then some of your favorite shows like Abbott Elementary and Night Court, they are about to start their new season and they can't. They can't start writing their new season right now. So things will be delayed. We're not going to see it for a little bit of time. Hopefully this will end soon, but who knows, because the DGA, which is a union that I'm also a part of, and the SAG-AFTRA, another union that I'm a part of, their contracts are up in a couple more days. It's about 10 days for the DGA and a couple weeks for SAG-AFTRA. So there could be a full shutdown right now in town if everyone strikes. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Anyway, wanted to give you a little bit about that. But now, back to the fun stuff, back to the friend zone stuff. I just wanted to kind of be there. Do anyone have any questions that they want me to answer? I can answer. No, I don't know. Okay, this is a good question. I'm going to put this up here. When writers hand in a script, the studio owns it. They can have the AI do the rewrites. Technically, when you are hired by a studio, they are buying your script. So you retain the authorship of it, but you don't own the script, right? It's owned by them. So that's totally normal. But now can AI do a rewrite of it? Technically, AI can do a rewrite. I don't think the technology is there for it not to be gobbledygook, but they could. But what they can't do is ever take your name off that script. You created it. The AI might have rewritten it, but you created it. And they do need somebody to help facilitate that process. Now, I'm glad that you brought up the idea of AI because I, as you know, am always trying to, let me see here. Always trying to expand my AI here. Oh, sorry. I can't move as quickly as I wanted to. Okay. All right, here we go. I got this here. I'm glad you brought up AI because I'm always trying to see where AI is at. And I said, you know what? Today I'm going to do a show here. AI, write me 3 jokes about the writer's strike. And here we go. AI written jokes, the future of late night television, the future of all comedy, right here in AI form. Here are 3 jokes about the writer's strike written by AI. Why did the writer cross the picket line during the writer's strike? To get the ATMPS off course. Wait, hold on. Wait, to get the... Okay, I'm going to do it again. Sorry, that was my fault this week. Why did the writer cross the picket line during the writer's strike? Oh, to get the ATMPS, of course. They were tired of their typing on their old laptop and they wanted to withdraw some cash to buy a new one. Oh, now I get it. Hold on. One more time, guys. One more time. Now I got it. Okay. Why did the writer cross the picket line? Oh, wait, I got it again. Okay, this is going to be good. It actually is funnier than I thought it was, which is shocking. All right, let me get some more light. Let me do some glow up here on my face because now it's getting light. Okay, there we go. Okay. Why did the writer cross the picket line during the writer's strike? To go to the ATM PS, of course, because they were tired of typing on their old laptop and they wanted to withdraw some cash to buy a new one. See, in this one, they took the ATM PS and they made that into ATM. See, I needed to do the breakdown of it. What did the ATM PS say to the striking writer? Hey, if you need some spare change, just give me a line and I'll dispense it for you. And the writer rolled their eyes and continued picketing. Really? How do you know the writer's... Oh, here we go. How do you know the writer's strike is serious? Well, when you see the ATMPS start carrying picket signs too. They may not have hands, but they're definitely showing their support for the cause. Okay, now I understand what's gone on here. I said, can you tell me some jokes about the writer's strike against the ATMPS, which is the Academy of... This is basically the people we are negotiating against. They believed the ATMPS were ATMs. But you know what? Yeah, they're not ATMs. They're just the union that every big studio. So basically, Netflix, HBO, Apple, Amazon, they all collective bargain through one voice. So one person makes deals for all the networks. And what is actually interesting about that is it's, what Paramount needs versus what HBO needs is very different. So in the past, it used to be very easy. All the broadcast networks kind of got together and they made a rule, and that's how they move forward. But here, AI thought the ATM PS was a cash dispensing machine. Okay. I said, all right. I said, AI, you are a union captain. Please write me 3 great slogans for the writer's strike. I figured this would be good. Maybe help anybody out there who is striking or wants some slogans because, you're out there, you come up with new things, and I'll give them a try. Here we go. Our words are our power, and we won't let corporations silence us. Okay, not really catchy, Our words are our power, and we won't let corporations silence us. And AI says, well, this is a slogan that highlights the importance of the writer's voice. All right, how about this one? Without us, there is no content. Without fair pay, there is no justice. So maybe a little too much, right? It feels like we don't want to be really using justice. I like the idea there. How about this one? It says, when writers strike, everyone feels the power of the pen. Again, I said, Chat AI, I said, these slogans are good. I said, but can we get some funny ones? We're it's a writers guild. We have funny signs. You saw some of the funny signs out there. Okay. And they said, yeah, well, here it goes. AI came up with some funny slogans here. We're striking because our words are worth more than just a penny a word. Not bad, right? We're striking because our words are worth more than penny a word. Maybe I'll use that. We demand better pens, pencils, and coffee, and fair pay too. Again, not bad, not bad. And finally, we're not asking for much, just to be able to afford our Netflix subscription. Maybe the best of the bunch. Maybe the best of the bunch right there. Look, are they a little hacky, Air Jordan? Yeah, but they're strike signs. At a certain point, you gotta just embrace it. I saw a bunch of people out there with I think you should leave signs. They were very funny. But yeah, sometimes you get limited space. You gotta just go I think I saw a sign today that says save this cat. Okay. All right. Enough about tell it to write it in the voice of a comedian. Okay, all right. Somebody says all right, well, let me do it right now. I said you're a Hollywood joke writer, but okay, I'll write 3 slogans for, let's see, the WGA strike in the voice of a comedian. Okay, here we go. 3 slogans for the WGA strike in the voice of a comedian. Here we go. Let's see how right you are. Okay. They're still generating. All right, here we go. Okay. We're not striking for better pay. We want to cut of the residuals too. We're like the ex who wants their stuff back, but instead of a sweater, it's our rightful earnings. Okay. It's wordier. If you think a writer's work is easy, typing out your own set on... Okay. If you think writer's work is easy, then try typing out your own set on a typewriter from the 1950s. We deserve fair compensation for the blood, sweat, ink that we put into our craft. Not really funny. And then finally, we're the real deal, folks. The ones who come up with the jokes, the plot twists, and the emotional gut punches that keep you coming back for more. It's time for studios to show us the money, or we'll show them a blank page. All right, so you said that, yes, that sign's going to be really long for all of these. And you thought those are better? You thought those are punchier? Let me see. Make them punchier. If they come up with anything, make them punchier. All right, let's see what we got. We're not striking for more money. We want residuals, and we want them now. Don't make us come up with another cliffhanger. If writing was easy, everyone would be a screenwriter. It's time for studios to pay up or shut up. Not really funny. No writers, no scripts, no content. It's that simple. We want to keep the entertainment industry running. Not funny. These are not funny. Okay, so look, yes, AI is far away from writing our scripts, but this just began. Give it a couple months. I think the writers are right in getting a little bit worried about this. Okay. And I am one of those writers, so there we go. All right, let's go back to this. Met Gala was this week. The wonderful Met Gala. Everyone, we talk about fashion here on the show every single week. We love the Met Gala. We know the Met Gala is something that, for me, I look forward to. And I wanted to kind of just show you some of these looks from the Met Gala because here we go. Oh, the last one got you, Jose. All right, there we go. All right. Okay. Molly says my mic is low. It's a little quiet. I can pull it
No,
up.
it's a little clippy, like it's not fully in.
It's very in. Let's see. All right, clippy mic. All right, let's see. Let me put it too close to my face. All right. How about that? Is that better?
That sounded a
Little.
lot better.
All right,
Yeah.
let's see. All right, I'm trying to. Thank you, Molly. Molly always here. Rob not here as much as Molly. Okay. It is a guest. That was a guest. You just saw a guest. Writer strike was this week, and sorry, the writer strike. I got confused by my own bits. All right. See, this is what I have to do. I kind of like ride the lights the whole entire show. All right. Met Gala was this week, and we love talking about fashion here on Friend Zone. And I wanted to just show you some of the stuff that we had here. So this was some of the looks here, right? Diddy, great look. Looks a little bit like Blade. Love it. Solid look. A little bit, maybe Diddy is bringing back the Blade look. I like this look. It's simple, but it's elegant. It's big, right? And then what do we got here? Then we got Jared Leto in a cat suit. Love this. Great look, right? And what I love about this cat look is you can do anything you want. Now, I am a huge Clipper fan, right? I love my Clippers. They're the best, even though we're not in the playoffs. And a recent addition to the Clippers has been Russell Westbrook. So when I heard that Russell Westbrook was going to the Met Gala, I was psyched. I was like, Russell is going to bring it, because if you don't know anything about Russell Westbrook, you should know this. He's got great fashion sense. This is Russell Westbrook. Check him out, right? This is just see what he's looking like. I'm going to pull him up big screen, right? He's in leather shorts. Looking good, right? Looking good. Russell is not afraid to shine. Boom. This is another look. Ripped, looking good, looking solid. This one. Yeah, all right, little Marcel. No issues here. I'm not making fun, not here to judge. Fashion is fashion, right? This is just a couple weeks ago. Goes to Phoenix, brings out the heat. There he goes, showing the guns, showing the abs, everything, right? This is him. Again, bold choices, big choices, bathrobe choices. Even in a bathrobe, this guy looks good, right? Looks even better here in a suit, ready to go. This one a little bit more refined, a little bit more like a Tom Hanks character, like a man called Otto, but a man called Westbrook. This is him at the Kids' Choice Awards, right? Kid Choice Awards, looking great, looking fly, bringing the heat. And then he goes to the Met Gala. Look at this. I think it's too simple. I think it's too simple of a look. This is not as exciting as any of these other ones, right? Look at this. These are all a lot more. These are risk-taking looks. And I'm looking for my man Russell to be pulling off one of these. I'm looking for my man Russell here to be pulling off a Jared Leto. And I'm getting him pulling off a look that he might be wearing to like an afternoon game in Houston, Texas. I mean, this is not the best look. As my friend Payman Ben said, this is refined. This is just normal, right? What do we think? Do we like people like the shirtless under the coat? People call it the Gallagher fit. Or am I being too hard? I'm let down. The Met Gala is where you really go crazy, right? I mean, again, that shirt is not it, people are saying. Again, no disrespect to Russ. He is a fashion icon. I just thought he would bring it a little bit more here. And here's the thing. At the Met Gala, you can bring whatever you want. You can bring the heat in a major way. All right, so pants, people like the pants. All right, so people like the pants more. All right, do you think that this is the best outfit? I see this is the outfit that I think that the outfit that he wore to the Kids' Choice Awards is more dynamic than this outfit. The outfit that Russell Westbrook wore just a couple of weeks ago in Phoenix, shorts, open shirt, necklace. That's a good look. This is even this Russell Westbrook doing his impression of Avril Lavigne. It's a good look. This, again, I don't know. This is what people are not a fan of beige. I think it's a tough look to pull off. People say the jacket kind of looks like Chanel. Do we have any fashion people out there? Can people tell us what this was? No? All right. I mean, look, I don't want to. Let's see what we got here. I feel like also my note to Russell is this: you saved our Clipper season. You're amazing. But when you go to the next Met Gala, you got to dress it up a little bit more. You got to go more. People say that's true. His jacket is kind of bleeding into the floor. Let's see. Okay, so this. Hold on, Molly. Can you find this image? All right, so it's inspired by Lagerfeld's time at Chanel. Okay, so all the outfits were supposed to be. So hey, all the outfits are supposed to be. Where? So what is this?
Oh, the theme is Karl Lagerfeld and Jared Leto and also Doja Cat both dressed up as Karl's cat. Karl has like a white cat with blue eyes.
Got it. And what is and so?
I don't know.
Isn't Karl Lagerfeld canceled?
I believe he's deceased.
But okay, I thought there were some issues.
I think so, but yeah, I don't know. Chat will tell us.
Okay, so they all did Chanel. No one did Chloe. No one did Fendi. All right. People said yes, he's a bad dude.
Okay.
Boo to the cat costume. All right. So okay. Legendarily bad. I like that. I love like that just goes, yeah, I get it. All right. Okay, that's why a lot of people didn't show this year. It's an odd choice to celebrate somebody in this time where you could have a little bit of an issue. Okay, so no one wants to say it, but Ezra Miller won the night. I read something today, like a production designer was like, oh, I think people will forget about that. Like, okay, first of all, you're probably right. But also, didn't that dude kidnap somebody? Wasn't he like running a weed farm and kidnap people? Like, yes, I agree that if the Flash movie is good enough, people will forget about that. But it really is tricky to say that to a person who kidnapped a young woman to be like, it's not that big of a deal. People have a short-term memory. What would I wear to the Met Gala? Look, I would whatever Courtney tells me to wear. I dress when I go to these things. I try to dress conservatively. I try to dress classic instead of insane. But I will tell you, Molly, I'm going to send this to you right now. I'm going to send you what I wore to Yasser's wedding, because Yasser's wedding, my good friend Yasser Lester got married to the great Chelsea Devantez, and their wedding, their dress code was outdo us. So that was their dress code, and I'm going to show you what I got here. Let me see if I can pull it up to get Molly to put it in here. Oh, geez, it's almost coming. You know what? Tonight, we're going to just roll with it. We're going to roll with some of these moments of just, let's see, here we go. What we got here. Got to go back to October. I believe it was in October. Looking through my phone. It's got so many great pictures. I love these pictures. All right, so this is the outfit I wore to his wedding. And I want you to see, I couldn't remember if it was after the tour. I think it was after the tour. I want to see if you all think that if I brought enough heat to his wedding. Because I was like, when I was given permission, here's the other thing about this shit, which is I was Andre from the league for 7 years who dressed bad all the time. So I'm very self-conscious of going too bold in any red carpet thing because I don't want to be compared to Andre from the league. So I have to like pick my moments. Okay. This is the outfit that I got. Let's see. All right. Let's see. Mom, I'm going to send it to you right now. All right. Outdo us. Outdo us was the motto of the night. Let's see if this is a good one. Oh wait, I got to find it. All right. Oh, there we go. Molly, here you go. I'm going to send it to you right now. And I'm going to send you another one too, just to make sure that we can get a look-see on these pictures, because I feel like I want you to see it. All right, let's see one more. All right, Molly gets them up. She can throw them in there. June did attend. You'll see a little bit of June's look as well. I'm not showing you the full pants, but see, the sun came back out, and I gotta dim this light again. This is a crazy lighting setup. I gotta get some blackout curtains or something. Oh, wow, too bright. Okay, kill this. All right, let's take a look. All right, Molly, you got it. Molly's gonna get ready right now. By the way, I did like this. I did like this idea for a wedding. Outdo us. It made everybody bring the heat. Some people didn't bring the heat, and when they didn't bring the heat, it was so apparent. It was like, oh, you felt bad for them right away. All right, what do we got here? Well, Molly may have it. When Molly has it, we'll pull it in. Okay. You got it? All right, here we are. I'm not in the Couve. I'm in my office. I will be in Columbus, Ohio in a week, and then maybe Rhode Island after that. All right. Rob is busy. Rob was vague about where he was today. Okay, Molly is trying to get it in there. All right, until let's see if I get it. Should I wait a little bit more? Okay. All right, here it is. All right, Molly's going to pop it up right now. So the dress code was be bold, and that's what I wore. That was my bold outfit right there. I felt like I went bold. I didn't go too bold, but I went bold enough. All right. And then there's another picture I sent Molly too. If you have that, if you don't have it, don't worry about it. But and then there it is. A half and half, right? We brought it. We brought the heat. We got in there. We got in, got the shiny, got a lot of compliments on this. And I started realizing I was like, maybe I should go back and forth. Maybe I should experiment a little bit more. So if I go to the Met Gala, I'm going to really bring the heat. That's all I'm going to say. But I wouldn't attend if it's a tribute to that bastard, Karl Lagerfeld. All right. June always slays. I mean, June always looks great. I don't need to call out June for looking good. She always looks good. I have a beautiful wife. But I will say, a lot of compliments, more compliments on that than I've ever received on any outfit ever. All right, so here we go. What I also got here is this. Okay. Do I want to do this? I'll do this. All right, so I just mentioned that tomorrow is May 4th, the George Lucas talk show day, right? They're taking over Friend Zone. They have lots and lots of guests. It is the second annual Describe-a-thon. Michael Giacchino is going to be there. Christina Ariel is going to be there. A lot of people are attending. Tune in. It's going to be great. I believe people like me might be there. People like Jason Mantzoukas might be there. People like Paul Tompkins might be there. Again, I don't know exactly, but I know a lot of people are going to be there. So tune in. But in preparation for this, Molly wanted to show that video. Return of the Jedi was re-released in theaters last week. I wanted to go see it. I didn't get a chance to see it, so I watched it at home. And when I watched it at home, I realized that you can take Ewokese off your subtitling. And this is the end of Return of the Jedi without the Ewok. Like, so if you are at home and you're watching Return of the Jedi and you're upset, you're like, oh my gosh, I don't speak Ewok. I don't want to hear this whole N number in Ewok. You can turn off Ewokese and you can listen to the English language performance of the final song from Return of the Jedi. It is truly like a church song. I mean, this is a beautiful song. And I don't know if you are familiar, but let me see if I can pull it up here. The original, we got to hear the original here because now it got me thinking about the original. All right, let me see here if I can find this. Ewok original celebration song. As someone said there, a little bit on the nose, it's almost like the Ewoks use an AI chatbot. All right, so this is the original. This is the original here. Molly will have hers up. I'll have mine in a second. So we can get this going. Okay, I'm gonna stop my screen. I'm gonna start it back up. I did complain. I said, how come whenever I try to play sound on this goddamn thing, it never works? Okay, share tab audio did it. Okay, here we go. What do I got? What do I got here? Okay, this is it. Skipping ad. Okay. Dismiss it. Okay, I think we got it. I'm putting it in. Molly, can you hear it? I don't know if I can. Oh, let's see. I think if they played the version that I just played, people would be, they couldn't be, like Luke would have to be like, oh, Leia, hold on one second. You fucking hear this? This is what they're singing? These dumb little bears? And then like even when they saw like Anakin and Yoda as ghosts, he'd be like, you guys hearing this? This song sucks. This is a shitty song. This is like Spin Doctors or something. What the fuck is this song? And I feel like that would have taken over the entire thing. So they did change it to Ewokies. I'm glad they changed it to Ewokies because it is too distracting. At least the other one, it's more majestic. You're hearing it like it sounds triumphant. It's like, yeah. What are they saying? We don't know. What's that thing where it's like better to be thought of as an idiot and then open your mouth and be found out for sure. That's not exactly it, but I think that's the gist. And I feel like that's that is really what happened with the Ewoks. Better to speak in Ewokese than translate yourself to English, and everyone knows that your songs suck. Okay. What else we got? Oh, I want to talk about this really quickly too. Really quickly. So I don't know if you know about this, but there's a great movie that came out that I was a huge fan of. And it was, okay, let me get it in here. Pull it up so I can actually be ready for you. All right. So a couple months ago, or maybe a couple weeks ago, God knows how things work anymore, Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves came out, and I thought it was great. It's really funny. Chris Pine, Michelle Rodriguez. It's awesome. So many great people in it. Hugh Grant, there's a fantastic cameo. If you hesitated seeing it in the theater, see it now on VOD. I guarantee you it is great. It's funny. It's smart. It's all those things. But when that movie came out, there's a painting in the movie featured prominently in the film. And when after the screening that I held for the film, after the movie came out, people kept on texting me, saw your cameo. And I was like, what do you mean? What cameo? And then I realized there's a painting in Dungeons and Dragons that looks like this. There it is. Is that me? Am I in Dungeons and Dragons? I mean, it looks like me. I think I'm in Dungeons and Dragons, people. I think that I have made a cameo. This is the biggest movie I've ever been in, Dungeons and Dragons. It's a big mainstream movie. I can rightfully say, now that Dungeons and Dragons out, I'm going to claim it for me. That is me. It was intended to be me. I am in Dungeons and Dragons. I need a spinoff. This character needs a spinoff. I believe we need to pull this together, people. This is the moment where the PCU begins. The Paul Cinematic Universe will start to tie together all my characters from all my classic films. And I think it's the centerpiece is from this gentleman right here. So Dungeons and Dragons, Honor Among Thieves. Is that me? I'm going to say yes, it is me. And there you are. That is an answer to a question that a handful of people had. No, more than a handful. Like surprisingly, a lot of people and people that I know. And then, and now that it has been able to be screen grabbed, I'm seeing it non-stop. So enjoy Dungeons and Dragons and look for my cameo. You can't miss it. You really cannot miss my cameo here. Where is my check? Well, I'm going on strike. I'm going to go on strike. What else do I want to talk about? Should put it on the IMDb. All right, it is 6:00. I said I was just going to do an hour show because I just wanted to come in. I wanted to check it out. Yes, will the character's name be revealed Burger style? I hope so. We're talking to a lot of people at Paramount right now. I think that I may have hurt my chances when I picketed in front of Paramount today for a sequel for my character, but we'll see. We'll see. I think if the Dungeons and Dragons verse grows, I need to be in it. I think there it is. That's right. I am this is it. Paul Scheer confirmed for Dungeons and Dragons 2. Finally, we're going to get the backstory that we always needed from this character. That's right. I'm in, baby. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play Dungeons and Dragons. Okay. People want to know, anyone know when the How This Get Made show goes on sale at Largo? Buddy, you missed it. Done. Less than 15 minutes, we sold out. That was for the Fast X show on May 26th. We always put some tickets out day of, but I don't know if they will actually come out the day of, only because everybody wants to go and see this. And so, we'll see. I'll get that beard growing. I can get that beard growing, no problem. All right, yeah, this is a great way. Should I do this? This is the advertising. You've seen the painting. Now see the movie. Dungeons and Dragons, Paul Scheer approved. Look, do we have a chance? Yeah, I think we do have a chance of getting me in Dungeons and Dragons too. Now, I know the writers and the directors of that, and they are fantastic guys, and I wish them all the luck and success. They make great movies. Game Night, great movie. They are just funny, solid people, and I'm so psyched that they got this great big movie that feels epic and new and completely original. This is a good. I got some more. I'm going to answer 5 more questions if they're good. We are going to come to New York with How Did This Get Made? Stay tuned. Summer tour, August. Coming soon. We're booking dates. Game Night was underrated. Somebody's giving me a sign idea. Yes. Should have called it Douche and Dragons. All right. All right. How about in Cleveland, not Northfield? Oh, God damn it. Cleveland gave me such a hard time about that. I think we're going to stick to our New York base of operations and kind of do our Boston, New York, maybe Atlanta world tour there, because we didn't touch the East Coast and we haven't been to the East Coast in a long time. So that's our goal, is to kind of knock out some East Coast dates in early August. We are putting together a touring schedule right now.